Hey guys, Jordan with Little Joyce here, and then today I'm talking directly to the gentleman in this one. Talk to the husbands, the boyfriends, the significant others. Because, guys, let's talk about what to expect when she's not expecting. This 3-year journey has taught me so much in terms of my wife as a person. I've seen her ups, I've seen some significant downs, I've seen our marriage struggle in a way, and I've seen our marriage grow exponentially. And I've also made mistakes myself, and I've also come to so many revelations about things, and I feel that it's time to talk to some gentlemen out there who might make the same mistakes I did. Talk to you about 5 ways you can support your wife, and how you can encourage her, and how you both can build off of this and become stronger. And like I said, number 1 is going to be support her. When I say support her, I don't mean just like, oh sweetheart, it's going to be okay. I mean more in a sense of listening to her. Because my wife has expressed to me before that she feels less of a woman because she can't get pregnant. And if you ever feel that sense that your wife is thinking that, which I could see what she meant by that, it's like all the time we're getting announcements on our Facebook and things on those lines. And, when we're at my friend's baby shower, someone else said they were pregnant, they just found out. And that is very hard. It'll be no different, guys, if you you went to the gym and everyone there is just kind of big buff and they're lifting, and you start lifting and you're kind of struggling. People are looking at you kind of like, oh, he can't even, bench this or do that. It's the same thing. It's that same sense of you can't compare. You can't measure up. Something's wrong with you. You're broken. And when it comes to that, and you want to support her in a sense of, hey babe, this is just a journey that's going to take us a little bit longer. You're going to be a great mother. Show her more than tell her that she is valuable, that she is loved, that you care about her. That granted, Susan might be having a baby, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have one. When you see that she's starting to feel so much negativity towards herself, remind her of who the woman she is, and remind her why you love her, and why she's amazing, and why you would love to, be the father of her children. Just remind her. And your wife or your girlfriend. You know how she is as a person. You know her ups and downs. So always try to bring her up. I know it sounds so simple, but I remember one time where I was kind of distant and I was going through my own stuff, and I wasn't always telling my wife, hey sweetheart, this and this, you're amazing, blah blah blah. And it started to affect her, because one day she finally said to me, I feel you might leave me one day if I can't give you a baby. And that set me back. And I was like for a second I was like, why the heck would you say that? But then I started really thinking about how things were going at the time. And when you become distant from her, she begins to think, oh, maybe his mind's starting to wander. Maybe since I can't do this as a woman for him, maybe I'm not good enough for him anymore. Maybe he doesn't deserve to go through all this, and I don't deserve him. And you just want to reassure her that, sweetheart, you're my girl. I love you no matter what, and focus on that. Number 2 is to actually take the stress off of her. And what I mean by that is, gentlemen, I know we work hard. I am so busy myself. That's our schedules have shifted so much that you've seen 3 videos of me by myself, because my wife's at work, I'm going to work soon. But when I say take the stress off of her, if there's some dishes, just do them. If there's something you can do, help her out. I'm not saying that you need to all of a sudden become the nanny, but definitely help her out. If the litter box, I hate the litter box. I hate it, but I still help her out with it. I keep the house clean as I can. We're not slobs by any means, but I like a clean home, and I know she does too. I do any little thing I can to take off the stress, because when you think about it, doctors, her friends, everyone, her parents, they're like, why aren't you pregnant? This is what you need to do to get pregnant. Take this medication. Do this. Do that. Do this. And so much weight gets put on her shoulders, to the point where the little things can start to annoy her or hurt her feelings or things along those lines, and you just want to take that off. It's a sense of that you care. It's a way of saying I care without saying it, because you can say, oh baby, I love you, and yet you're sitting on the couch drinking beer while she's just slaving away cleaning everything. Like I said, you don't have to be the maid of the house, but definitely help around the house. Help her out with certain things. If you see something stressing her out, say, hey, babe, I got this, And that which brings to number 3. Be her hero. But when it comes to being her hero, express yourself as well. Superman, whether you like him or not, whether you're a DC or Marvel fan, strongest being in the universe, can't be stopped except for Doomsday. I'm not going to go into all that stuff. But at the same time, too, Superman cries. Superman gets angry. He feels emotion. Just because you're her Man of Steel doesn't mean you need to be Steel. And what I mean by that is just because, you see her going through this and you feel something, you need to express that to her. You want to help her, but at the same time, too, tell her how you're feeling. Because if you're just always cold steel, she is confused as to what's going on in your head. Like I said earlier, my wife said, I fear you might leave me. And once she kind of went over why she felt that way, I understood it. I was like, oh, okay, I thought I was being supportive, which I was, but I never expressed how I felt about things. And I never expressed how, what was going on in my head. And then she didn't know what was going on. So be her hero. Take that extra step for her. Support her when she's upset. If you when your wife or girlfriend has cried before, you can see it in her eyes, or you tell something's wrong. Sweetheart, what's going on, babe? Oh, nothing. Women love to say nothing, even though something's wrong. They love to say nothing, and show her that you want to talk to her. Don't just be like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. Okay. I did that once or twice, to be honest with you, and women want to feel that consolidation. They want to see that you actually care, not just, what's wrong now? And you don't be her hero. Save her even though she doesn't need, she doesn't think she needs to be saved. Help her out. But that also comes to another point, which is number 4. Don't be pushy when it comes to things. There was a time where I will always do like, what, Jody, did you take your medication? Did you do this? Did you do this? Do this? Take a test. Take all these tests. Oh, you need to do this, not that. And, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I was just like shoving so much in her face in terms of trying to help. And she's like, I know I need to take this. I know I need to do that. I know this. Stop pushing me. And I'm like, I'm not pushing you. And I start thinking, actually, I am pushing. I'm being very pushy. I'm being very too straightforward with her. And when it comes to being pushy, if you know she's forgetful, say, hey, sweetheart, did you take your medication yet? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, okay, just leave it at that. What I do for my wife is I'll actually take a little pill container and put her weak stuff in there and set it out for her to see, because in the morning she's always busy. She's running. I try to make sure that I know, I might put the pregnancy test on the sink. She's well aware of it, but it also helps my mindset in a way of knowing that things are being taken care of, even though I know she's taking care of them. But at the same time, too, being pushy is one of the worst things you can do. It will separate you more than actually bring you together. And I'm going to kind of go back on number 3 a little bit, which is the 5th one, but tell her how you feel. That is the most important thing you can ever do when it comes to this. Don't leave her in the dark. Don't let her think everything's fine and deep down you're just angry or hurt or whatever it may be, because that will just destroy both of you emotionally to the point where she's going to think, I'm not a woman for him. I'm not woman enough for him. I'm not good enough. Something is wrong with me. Like my wife said, I can go out and get anyone pregnant. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to. I don't want some random person. I want you, babe. You're the only one I want. But when you don't tell her how you feel, when you don't tell her when you're happy, when you're mad, upset, etc., that's what causes that huge shift and divide between both of you. And I've made that mistake. I try to be the Man of Steel and act like steel, and it just doesn't work, guys. So guys, love her, tell your lover, clean the house up, do whatever you have to do. You know how she is. You know what she loves. Show her that you love her. Don't say it, just show her. My mom always used to say that. Show me, don't tell me. So guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below. Ladies, show this to your gentlemen. Now when you show it to them, ladies, don't say, hey, watch this video right now. You know, kind of hint at it like, oh look, this guy made his video. Maybe you should check it out, sweetheart. And don't forget, communication is key. I'm no marriage expert, but I'm learning on the way. So it's a very interesting journey. So until the next one, guys, take care.